That intro was just 8 kinds of creepy. Welcome to another episode of the Serious Gentlemen Gaming Podcast. Tonight's topic is the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, the latest expansion for the surprisingly popular indie title.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is the lovely John.
I'm so lovely.
Dom is absent this week because he is traveling to BlizzCon.
Mm-hmm.
That
Our special little guy got on an
fuck.
airplane all by himself.
He's so,
And,
so proud.
just really proud of him for stepping out on his own and becoming a man.
He's growing up.
Yeah, just so fast. You know, just yesterday he was sitting on the porch looking at a lollipop and wondering about the big questions of life.
He's going to watch this and lose his mind on a plane.
Yep.
Or in an airport. Or somewhere.
Who knows? Who knows where he'll be?
So I'm going to admit my experience with The Binding of Isaac is limited. I've maybe played 1 or 2 rounds of the game. I've watched this guy play way more than that. But I do know that I like the kind of game that it is.
It's clearly heavily inspired by Zelda. I mean, you know, the room layout, the camera view and everything like that, you know, the way he gets treasure and stuff. So there's a lot of old school Zelda influences in there, and it's appealing to a lot of people. It's honestly the most replayable game I've ever played in my life.
And I like replay value, which,
Yeah.
hell, I love Zelda and that kind of formula for Zelda, the whole top-down with that sort of map layout. But not a lot of replay value in a Zelda game.
No. Every run is different, no matter what you think. It's going to be inevitably different somehow. So, but yeah, so this expansion was long awaited. I think they started talking about it in this, probably last year, late last year, early this year, and just came out on the 30th, which was Friday, last Friday,
day before Halloween.
Yeah,
for a game like this.
Yeah, well, as such. But a lot got added. Like, this could have... They honestly could have made this like a separate game. And there's just so much. There's so much more shit.
Okay, so let's go through how much more shit there is. So there's 120 plus new items, trinkets, pills, consumables that were added to the game.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot. A lot. And there was 341 pick-upable items, if that's a word.
Pick up.
There's 341 items in the original game, and they just added 120 on top of that. So, you know,
that's just lovely. There's a new playable character known as Lilith, who cannot fire tears normally, does so through her familiar, who is an incubus.
Yeah, she's actually quickly became one of my favorite characters to play as. She's the mother of demons, if you know the whole fucking lore of Lilith. But yeah, she's blindfolded, so she can't shoot tears like every other character basically can. So her familiar shoots her tears for her, essentially. And so familiars in this game are just these little baby things that follow you around, and some of them shoot, some of them drop things for you, whatever. So in his case, he just literally would shoot what your tears would be. And for Lilith, since she doesn't have any, this really helps her because she needs to be able to defend herself.
Right.
But she also has a usable item, which I'll be calling a spacebar item for most of this because it's activated by spacebar. And fuck you, this expansion's not out for any other systems yet, so you have to deal with me saying that. But anyway, she has an item that doubles all of her familiars. So every 2 rooms in the game, you can have 2 incubi, which literally doubles your firepower. On top of any other familiars you get on the way, because it seems, I think, that she has a higher drop rate for familiars. So let's say you have like the incubus and like the ghost baby or robo baby. You press spacebar, you now have 2 of each.
Alright, that's kind of good.
She's real good. And she also has this weird passive that makes it she's a very, very minute chance that when she gets hit, she can spawn another random demon familiar. So you might just get one for free, just from taking damage.
All right.
So she is like the familiar
she's the pet class.
Yeah, she is the pet class in this game.
Hmm.
So she's very interesting, a lot of fun to play.
So
For sure.
interesting. So they put a new mode in as well, greed mode, that has a new boss in it, and apparently it can double as its own game mode.
I mean, it really is. I actually meant to say like it could have been its own game because it's very different. It's basically it's wave based fighting. So if you think of it like like almost like a tower defense in some ways. But so basically, the way the layout of every floor is there's a large central room with a button in the middle, and that activates the waves. And then above you is an extra large shop where you can buy items. To the left is a cursed room, which is a room that damages you when you enter it, but there's a chance you could find something like a powerful item in there, or you can just find nothing. It's kind of up in the air. There's a lot of things that can happen in a cursed room. It's quite the gamble. So that's why you take damage on the way in and out. To the right-hand side, there's 2 item rooms, one locked and one unlocked. So every floor you will get at least one item. And then if you get a key from the shop, you can go into the other one. And the only way you get money, normally, is if by completing waves in the challenge. So you press the button, wave 1 of 10 spawns, and then a countdown timer starts. You get 2 coins. Every wave you get 2 coins. And then the countdown timer starts. It's usually only like 10 seconds. And then 10 seconds, whether you killed the wave or not, next wave spawns. And they keep spawning. But you can choose to step on the button to stop them from spawning, but there are spikes around the button. So then you take damage to shut it off. So it's very, very interesting. But anyway, so then the waves will always stop at 8, because that's before the boss wave. So you always get to break at 8. And then after 8, you do 9 and 10, and those are 2 bosses. And then after that, you have the choice of doing a special bonus wave if you want to unlock the Devil Room, which is a big deal in this game because the Devil Room / Angel Rooms have some of the most powerful items in the game. In the Devil Room, you normally have to pay heart containers to get these items. Angel Room is most of the time free, but they're not as powerful. It's kind of a trade-off there. But you can choose to do this extra wave to unlock the Devil Room, and then if you have to fight another boss, basically.
So fight another boss, and then you can sacrifice a heart container, like one of your heart containers.
Yeah, like an actual. Yeah, it's not just like you lose health; like the heart container disappears, and then you get
sacrifice your max health to get a really, really damn good item.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Most of the time.
These are like the most legendarily powerful items in the game, like Brimstone, which makes you shoot a giant blood laser out of your mouth.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
that's greed mode.
All right. So they added a new boss in called Hush.
Hush.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet.
He's yeah.
I'll talk quiet.
I will say I wish I could tell you about him, but I tried to fight him and my game crashed.
All right.
Yeah.
So not much to know about that.
I know a little bit, but he's very hard to get. You basically have to get about 10 floors into the game within 30 minutes.
Ew.
And finish those floors, and then you can get in there.
Ew.
It's really tough, and I did it just today, actually, as a matter of fact. And unfortunately, there is a bug where it will just crash sometimes trying to enter the room. So no matter what you do, it will crash, so you just have to not go. So I wish I could tell you I had first-hand experience with him. I don't. I know he's very hard. I know it's very bullet hellish. And I know he's blue.
And he's blue. That's an important...
He is blue.
It's an important thing to know.
And probably, I think it looks like he's stuck under the floor somehow. I don't know. Man.
Right. Anyway, on top of all this, they added common things you'd expect. New floor variants, new music, daily runs with leaderboards on them, because, hey, that's always a good feature to have in a game.
That's a big
especially
deal.
A procedurally generated game. Well, kind of. New room shapes and variants. Thin rooms, L-shaped rooms, other kinds of crazy shit. The game boasts over 1,000 new rooms, which just seems kind of nutty.
Yeah, there's a lot of different combinations that can happen now. The thin rooms are scary, because if you take a room from Zelda 1 and cut it in half. That's basically what you're left with.
Kind of scary.
full of enemies. And excitingly, um, you know, a lot of these rooms now are not just enemies anymore. There's actually just puzzle rooms where you have to like step on switches to open the doors, run between spike paths and, dodge turrets and stuff like that. And, so there's actually a bit more, puzzling going on in this. And I kind of like that.
I like that too. It's one of my favorite aspects of Zelda is figuring out the puzzles.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I have to go here, step on this switch, wait, don't step on these spikes, and, all sorts of cool stuff.
Drag the heavy statue across the entire temple just to put it on the one stupid little switch.
Thank God there's none of that.
Raise and lower the water level 18,000 times. Then get lost looking for the last key. Anyway.
Chrissy likes that dungeon. I don't hate it, but she likes it.
I've always told you there's something wrong with her.
It's not true. She just likes the water temple, I guess.
25 new enemies, 8 new bosses.
Yeah, I just had a couple of names there that the more interesting bosses that I saw. The Ragman
and Little Horn.
Littlehorn's a dick. He's basically just a giant game of whack-a-mole except with bombs. And it sucks.
That sounds like a horrific version of whack-a-mole you'd play in hell. So
he's this adorable little demon. And all he does is make holes in the ground that make bombs pop out, and then he'll sometimes switch between the holes. And it's just like, I don't... it's mixed messages, the boss. and Ragman, he's creepy. He's like this weird black little Isaac-looking character with mummy wraps all over him, and he throws his head at you and spawns psychic spiders. Yeah, Binding of Isaac makes you say weird things. There's also this other boss whose name escapes me, but he is literally just a giant pile of yellow shit. As you kill him, he has a face, and as you kill him, he breaks down into smaller piles of shit. Great. Until eventually he turns into a very small pile of shit full of corn. The corn giblets can hurt you from the shit. And he leaves shit stains on the ground that can hurt you.
Wow.
I didn't make that up.
I know you didn't make that up. I've seen this game.
So, he's nice.
Moving on the lovely list of new things. New item synergies. Rubber cement. What the hell is rubber cement?
Rubber cement was an item in the original Rebirth that just made your tears bounce. But it used to get canceled out by everything, which sucked.
Now it works with everything.
Yeah, so that blood laser thing, brimstone,
bounces.
How would you like it to bounce off walls? Okay. Technology would literally gives you like a laser shot. Bouncing. I mean, like, stupid shit happens with rubber cement, but that's not the only item that they added synergies for. Like now, I had, let's say, this item that turns your tears into bombs. It's called Dr. Fetus from Meat Boy, actually.
Okay.
So that item turns you just shoot bombs instead of tears now, which is cool. But then I got this item called Sad Bombs, which makes your bombs also explode, but also shoot a ring of 8 tears out from it, which is really cool. And then I got rubber cement, and then I got technology. So then I was shooting bombs that would explode and shoot 8 bouncing lasers around the room. So that never would happen in Rebirth.
You were just walking into a room, dropping a bomb, and like, yep, look, everything's dead.
Yep. So many items now work together, and it is glorious.
I love it. I'm actually more interested in this game now. Now this is my favorite line here. At least 8 new transformations, including Cthulhu, Poop Man, Toad, and now are we talking a literal toad or hello? Oh, fuck me. An addict. Like a guy walking with a needle hanging out of his arm.
Like a junkie. I just got it today.
Oh, God. Mom.
Added it to the list.
I'm guessing Isaac's mom.
Yep.
Okay. Bob.
Isaac's Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob. An angel.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my favorite. A tumor.
Yeah. So, originally there were only a couple transformations in this game. Guppy, your dead cat, and one of the flies. Guppy's the most ubiquitous one. It's the most known one and probably the most powerful still, because it gives you first off, you turn into a cute little kitty cat who can fly, and you shoot normally. But when you shoot, every tier that hits, you spawn a little blue fly, this little buggy thing that will fly into an enemy and do double your damage. And
Oh, nice.
the faster you're shooting, the more of these things that spawn and fly into enemies. But so Guppy's really powerful. And the way you get these items is these transformations, you have to get 3 of the requisite items. So for Guppy, it's 3 Guppy items. Lord of the Flies, it was just 3 fly items. For Cthulhu, I found out it's 3 of these specific devil items that are symboled, like brimstone is the symbol for brimstone. So 3 of those kinds of items. Poop Man is 3 poop items, shockingly, and his ability makes it so that you heal a half a heart every time you destroy poop, which is pretty good. And also you just turn into a guy with a giant shit for a head. Toad, when you turn into Toad, you just need to get 3 mushroom items.
Of course.
And you'll gain a heart container, and I think it makes it so that pills aren't bad for you anymore.
Alrighty.
You're immune to poison. That was another big thing. The Addict, I just got today. You just get 3 syringe items, so I got like steroids, growth hormones, and a speedball, and I turned into an addict. That was fun. That also makes all pills good for you, and it also makes pills more common, and your eyes just bug the fuck out, which is amazing. Mom, you just get 3 mom items. Mom's lipstick, mom's wig, mom's underwear, mom's heels, whatever. You get 3 of those, and you turn into Mom. You get her hair and her muumuu that she so lovingly wears. And you get a knife that kind of follows you, like a tail almost. So, like, enemies behind you will get hit by the knife. You can't throw it like the normal knife, but that's there. Bob, I have no idea what it does. I know you have to get 3 Bob items, which is like poison bombs and stuff like that. I don't exactly know what it does. I don't think many people really do
Bob
yet.
items.
But you turn into Bob, who's honestly a weird character. He's one of the mini bosses. The Angel, I don't know. You just turn into an angel that might fly. No one really knows what it does. It might do something else. I don't know. The Tumor, you have to get 3 like deformation items, which it's weird. Again, no one knows a lot about it, but you can turn into a tumor. And it so far, we don't know if there's more.
Right.
There could be more.
And that's what I'm reading here. There's rumored to be much more. Characters, items, floors, bosses, other stuff. Supposedly only 74 of the 120 new items have been data mined or found.
Insert tinfoil hat time. So this is where it gets interesting to people. Yeah, so first off, there was a big outcry like, you lied to us. You said that there's 120. There's only slots for 74. What the fuck is happening? So obviously people are concerned because, it's not like there's 115 and he said 120. Like, it's 74 against 120. That's 40 items almost. It's a lot.
Right.
It's a big deal. But the developers said there's a patch coming this week, and they said maybe there will be new stuff in it.
Maybe there'll be new stuff.
In addition to bug fixes, obviously, like that crash on the Hush.
Yeah. Because going through a pain in the ass to get to a boss and the game crashes when you get to him. That's just like trolling of the next level.
Yeah, it sucked. But so there's that. The devs have been talking shit on Twitter constantly since this came out, like teasing and posting weird shit, like they were just posting the fucking numbers from Lost.
Oh god.
And everyone's like, what do those mean? It's like, guys, it's from Lost. They're fucking with you. It's just been a mad dash because a little backstory. So what happened was when Rebirth came out was there was this super, super, super secret character called the Lost, ironically.
Yeah.
And they didn't want us to find out, and people data mined the game and found out in about a week. Now, had this not been data mined, I believe, and many other people believe, that this character could have taken months to find out about, let alone unlock. It was a very esoteric and strange way to unlock this character. You had to die in a specific order with specific characters on specific floors to specific things. Like, you had to go play as Isaac, die on the first floor to a Mullaboom. It's an enemy that blows itself up on you. On the second one, you had to play as Cain, die in the caves to another enemy. And the third, and so on and so forth. Like, die to this on that floor with this character in this order. And then you unlock it. And, by the way, it's the most balls-hard character in the world because he has 1 health and can never gain more. In a game like this.
Yeah, that doesn't sound nice.
Balls
hard mode.
Yeah. So, anyway. So, people are thinking that this is sort of a reaction to the Lost being found so quickly, is that they're holding back content from the game. And there was even code found today in the game. Now, this is the fucking Illuminati part. That certain things in the game, there is logic in the game's code that will allow the game to download data from the internet if you execute certain things within the game. So they could put shit in that's not there, that can't be data mined until you do something in the game.
It's clever.
Which is just like, whoa. So the world is... There's a thread right now in the Binding of Issac subreddit. A live thread of people's theories and debunkings, and it's insane. It's actually insane. So, people are looking at the Bible. People are reading the Bible to figure shit out about this game.
That's their ploy. The Binding of Issac. They are a group of hardcore Catholics who think we don't read the Bible enough. This was their plan all along, and they've succeeded.
Yep.
And I'm crazy.
They've done it.
So the number 109 seems special, from what I understand.
Yeah, okay, so this is a weird one. So in the original Rebirth, there was this donation machine in the shop that you can donate up to 999 coins to expand the shop, unlock shop items, and all sorts of cool stuff. It took a long time to do. Mm-hmm. So they added a new donation machine in this game, like the Greed Machine, I guess, whatever it's called. And you only get that after beating the final boss in Greed mode. Okay. You kill the boss, he dies, the machine spawns, and before you exit the Greed mode, you can put whatever coins you have left over into the machine. Okay. People assume this is going to go to 999 again. It does not. It goes to 109. And it just seems like such an arbitrary number.
It does seem like a really weird number.
Right? So people were tweeting to Edmund, the creator of the game, and he was like, his reaction was simply to slow you fuckers down. It's like, why is it capped at 109? So that could be. Maybe he'll release the cap when this patch comes out. But the other thing is that this number actually points to different things. So 109 is the maximum integer. Yeah, I know. It's the maximum integer that this item called Money Equals Power can reach, which gives you more damage based on the money you have.
Huh.
So that's one thing. 2, if you flip it upside down and it says 601, it almost looks like BOI or Binding of Issac. That's 2. People are finding even more strange occurrences of 109 in this game and previous game.
So either this 109 has a really big deal to do with stuff that's coming for the game in the future, or the dev is trolling the shit out of the community, and he's sitting back in a chair sipping cognac going, 109.
You stupid, stupid bastards. I mean, that's the thing. It could be nothing, or it could be the answer to everything, and we have no fucking idea. And you know what's the scary part? Even the data miners are like, dude, there's like nothing, we don't know. Because there's a separate subreddit dedicated to data mining the shit out of this game that I've been following. And luckily, we have a little more confirmation as of tonight, like literally just before this podcast went live. the items past number 74 are being found.
Mm.
We don't know what they are. Some of them are activatable in the game. Some of them aren't. Some of them will just crash it. Like there's this one item that leaves a salt trail behind you. I think you'd find this interesting. Actually, it leaves a salt trail behind you, and if you draw a circle, it creates like a salt circle on the ground, and the pentagram falls between it. So like it hurts enemies as they walk through it. So there's there's some wacky shit, but not all of it works. And there's also a data mined character that's playable.
Huh.
This character has no sprites at all, but he's functional. It works, whatever this thing is. But it's interesting because his health is not hearts, it's 2 coins. He has 2 coins for health, and he can't pick up hearts. He can pick up money, and the money heals him.
Is he a goblin?
We don't know what he is. No one knows what he is. We think that because this game was all about greed mode, that maybe you get to play as the sin greed or something like that, or
Ooh.
We don't know. So that's why we're thinking that he's the super secret character, but he's actually not there yet. So we're waiting for this patch. They said mid to later this week. So it's Tuesday as of this recording.
Right.
So maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, somewhere in those 3 days, we may get a patch. But at this point, there's a lot of shit up in the air. So
maybe Friday, give them a week to squirm.
I could see that. But like they're going crazy. Like Edmund also posted a code. Like it was like they were giving away codes for the game. You know, like devs do for Steam. Whatever. Just you catch it first, you get it. He posted a code that wasn't a code. It didn't work. Turns out it was an Imgur picture. It was actually an Imgur link that was hidden in the code. And the fucker put this picture up of this distorted, garbled image of a screenshot from the game of shit that we didn't find yet.
Of course he did.
Like, that kind of, like, Illuminati shit, I'm telling you. The tinfoil hat is intensifying.
The guy's obviously just having fun now.
Clearly.
He knows he can fuck with people, and he's using that power for evil.
It's working! I want to know. He wants to know.
Hopefully we'll find out soon. As our usual weekly thing, we have a video question. I'll give you 5 chances to guess who it was submitted by.
Mike Tyson?
Correct. You were right. So now here's our Take a Break with Jake corner, starring Mike Tyson.
And Gerald Ford.
No.
Salutations, Serious Gentlemen Gaming. This is I, Chickenator, and I have a question to you guys about the Binding of Issac. You can pick up a lot of interesting items over the game, some with some interesting effects, and others just downright disturbing. So I was wondering, which item or item combo do you find you like the most, and why? Taking it out. I fall! Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Yakubes2, right here, so you can see these videos before they air. Checking it out.
Jake,
You're a fucked up guy, Jake.
That was some creepy shit, Jake.
You know, there's something about a guy with no face and a knife.
There's something about a guy with no face and a knife recording a video question by candlelight.
Just something about that.
I appreciate the little touch of candlelight there. So, what is your favorite item? What is your favorite item combo? considering I don't remember any of the names of the items I got when I played, and I sucked at this game. John, the question goes to you.
All right. My favorite individual item right now, because this is very subject to change, is the friend ball.
The friend ball.
The friend ball. Okay, so this is a weird one. So it's a Pokeball.
I like it.
They can't call it that. So
Obviously.
you throw it. It's a spacebar item. So you press it. You throw it at an enemy in front of you. You catch them. Then they get stuck in the ball. And then when you press spacebar again, they get released, but they're friendly and they fight for you until they die. So that's my favorite new item for sure, because it's like got a Pokemon's in my game. So that was fun. I experimented a lot with that. It was very funny. My favorite item combo, definitely the exploding bomb lasers, was very much a close second to this. I'm trying to remember exactly what I had, because this was like fucking absurd. All right, I do remember. Okay, so I had this item called Monstro's Lung, and Monstro's Lung lets you charge up, and you instead of shooting like Teos like a normal 1-2-1-2, you just like bleh. Actually, Monstro from our intro, kind of like that, just bleh, a bunch of tears.
Oh, great.
Which is cool. Very good item on its own. But then I had the wonderful item Epic Fetus, which, unlike Dr. Fetus, which lets you shoot bombs out, this lets you shoot out airstrikes in the best way possible. So normally, like, a little targeting reticule comes out, and you control it with your arrow keys like you would Tears, and then an airstrike comes down. So I was vomiting airstrikes, but it gets better.
Oh,
because then I had triple shot. So then I would vomit out airstrikes 3 times in a row. But then it gets better.
Oh, God.
Because I had brimstone. And the bombs all the airstrikes all exploded into 8 blood lasers. So it gets better.
Oh, no.
Because I had homing. So the blood lasers were homing.
So you just stood in the corner and watched everything die.
I one-shotted everything.
Attack, everything dies.
You know who I didn't one-shot, though? The last boss in fucking Greed mode. Fucking Ultra Greed is his name.
Ultra Greed.
He has a very well-articulated butt, and all I think of is stupid sexy Flanders when I fight him.
Oh, my God.
I'll have to show you the picture after the show. But, yeah, couldn't one-shot him, but, knocked out a good quarter of his health. But, yeah, so that was my favorite. The vomiting triple bombs of homing laser doom.
Vomiting triple bombs of homing laser doom.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good day for me.
It sounds like it would be a good day for anybody.
Yeah.
So, safe to say you would recommend this game to anybody?
Well, yes. If you haven't gotten it already, and you already had the original, you missed out, because this was on sale for $6.66 before the 30th. Now it's back up to $10, its normal price. The Humble store still might have it on sale. I didn't check before this airing. But right now you can get a bundle for both on Steam for $25 if you want to just get both right away. You could probably wait until the summer sale, the Christmas sale. I'm sure this is going to go on sale to some degree.
The original game always goes on epically good sales.
Yeah, it was like 70 cents for Halloween. So, but don't get the original. Get Rebirth, get Afterbirth. It's just a better game.
Okay.
Flat out better game. The Flash version does not hold a candle to this.
Alrighty.
So, I would highly, literally, I'm going to look right now. I have 170 hours in this game alone. I have 245 in the original. So, it's worth your money.
I only have one game that approaches that, and that's Team Fortress.
Yeah, so I cannot recommend this game enough. It's hard. You're going to die a lot, but as the old saying goes, get good.
Get good.
Talk to your friendly neighborhood John for tips. I know a lot about the game's mechanics, but
otherwise Get good scrub.
Otherwise, get good scrub.
Alrighty
Also,
then.
and this is just for Nick, get brimstone, and you'll be fine.
Just for Nick.
Just for Nick, get brimstone.
Okay.
I don't know what the problem is.
Alright, so unless there's something else glaring that we missed, I would believe that's our show.
Yeah, I'd say that's it, pending what the fuck happens in this patch. I will probably I'll probably do an update video when this shit finally settles, just to explain whatever the hell's going on. I'll post it on the Gents channel. Probably just be me.
Okay.
If I can rope someone else into it, then I'll rope someone else into it. But you guys can look for that in the future.
Alrighty. So, on that note, John, where can the people find you?
I don't know. My lower thirds aren't there.
They... The fuck? They were there.
They were there.
There
it's
it is.
okay. Hey! I didn't even notice they were gone the whole show. See what happens when Dom's not here?
And then see what happens when I drag a background to have priority over lower thirds and don't... Go!
He's gonna give you shit. You can find me at no more on Twitter. Dom, don't hate us.
Oh my god, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Thilladrin. You can find us all on twitch.tv/Serious Gents, as well as Twitter and YouTube. Serious Gents, I believe, is the channel. Follow us there. Topic changes weekly. I don't know what next week's topic is going to be.
Covering BlizzCon.
I think we're going to be covering post BlizzCon, because
yeah.
that is 3 days from now, me yapping. So, a lot of exciting stuff coming there, hopefully.
We'll see.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Farewell.
Toodles, everybody.
Toodles.
Just get brimstone.
Get brimstone.